So first things first, when it comes to knowing which spreadsheets people are searching for, you can use a tool like Google Gemini, you can use ChatGPT, or what you can do is use DeepSeek. I'm just going to type in this prompt and tell it that I want to build a store that's going to sell a variety of spreadsheets for people that are looking to track their income and expenses. Can you give me the top 10 most searched spreadsheets that people look for on Google? And then I'm going to click on enter. And instantly within a few seconds, it should come back with an answer to your question. So as you can see for me, it's come back with personal budget spreadsheet, monthly budget planner, debt payoff tracker, all of these different ones. The one that I'm going to cross check is going to be number 4, which is business expense tracker. So I'm just going to open up Google Trends as always. This is what I like to use when it comes to figuring out if people are actually interested in it. So I'm just going to type it in just like that and then click on explore. And there we go. Straight away, I'm sure that you guys can see that people have been actively going onto Google, ever since 2013, consistently year after year, searching for this particular search term. And right now we're at an all-time high. And that's why if we was to go over to Google Shopping, we're going to see all of these different stores that are currently selling all of these different spreadsheets. And the majority of them are definitely making a decent amount of passive income, because you have to remember, when it comes to selling a digital product, there's no manufacturing costs, there's no labor fees or anything like that. So the potential of being able to make a decent profit is definitely high. And again, this is all based on my own personal experience. Now, the question is, how exactly are you going to make a spreadsheet? This is something that I've shown on my channel recently, but I just want to walk you through it. And you're going to use this bot over here. It's called Julius.ai. Now, I'm just going to type in a super simple prompt. I'm just going to type it in just like that. You can pause the screen and read exactly what it says. But all I'm doing is telling it to make a business expense spreadsheet. I'm giving it specific details, telling it that I want it to look like this. I want it to have, these different attributes. Again, pause the screen, see exactly what I've put. But what I'm going to do now is just click on enter. Okay, perfect. So just like before with DeepSeek, it's come back with all of this information. Now ignore this XML code. It might look a little bit confusing, but all you need to do is just scroll down to the bottom just like this. And you're going to see that there's a file that you're going to be able to download. And there we go. As you guys can see on the screen over here, this is the business expense tracker that it was able to make for me. It's got all of the different months at the bottom, just like I told it to do. And it's also got the dashboard and the summary page. And the good thing about using AI when it comes to making these sellable spreadsheets is that it's already going to include the formulas on your behalf. You're not going to have to figure out, how to insert all of these different formulas. As you can see right here, everything is already connected. All of these different sheets are connected with all of these different formulas. And the best part about it as well is that it's going to include these different drop down inserts so that it's going to be easier for the customer. Now, of course, you can make any changes to the spreadsheet. You can go back over to whatever AI tool you're using, tell it to make some adjustments. If you want it to, change the way that it looks, if you want to change the formulas, if you want to change the dashboard, you're going to be able to easily do that. But I don't want to spend too much time on the spreadsheet side of things. Essentially, you're going to be able to use AI tools to produce a number of different spreadsheets depending on what type of store you're looking to build, and also depending on what people are searching for. But let's assume that I wanted to add this spreadsheet to one of my stores. One of the first things that I'm going to do is take an image of it that I'm going to use for the product page. So I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. I'm going to increase the title of the spreadsheet just like that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and literally all I'm going to do is take a screenshot of it, starting from the bottom, going all the way to the top. But stick with me to the end of this video, because the way in which I'm going to use this spreadsheet is going to be a crucial part of this entire process. Now, once you've gotten to the point where you've got your spreadsheet that you want to sell, you're of course going to need some sort of a mechanism when it comes to selling it. And what I personally do when it comes to side hustles just like this is I like to build a website. If you're able to build a website, brand it around these different spreadsheets, make sure that you've marketed and designed the site to the best of your ability. This is the best way of being able to increase your chances. And this is what I personally do with all of the different stores that I'm running right now. And building a website in this day and age isn't difficult to do whatsoever, because we've got tools like Hostinger's AI website builder. I'm going to leave it in the description down below. You can check it out if you want. But the way it works is really simple, and the reason why I recommend it is for a number of different reasons. One of the first reasons is that you're going to get a completely free domain when it comes to using Hostinger. You're also going to be able to build your website super fast, of course, using AI technology. And it also comes with 24/7 live customer support if you face any issues. So all you got to do is just click on Claim Deal. Then make sure that you come over here to the Business Website Builder. This is the one that has all of the features that you need. You're going to be able to build 100 different websites. You're going to get a free email for 1 year. You're also going to be able to use all of these different AI tools, as you can see on the screen. And when it comes to selling your digital products, it's going to come with 0% transaction fees. So all you need to do is just click on Choose Plan. It's then going to take you to a page that looks similar to this. It's going to ask you what is the period that you want to have the website for. Now, me personally, what I like to do is select, either 24 months, 48 months. Reason being is because the longer that you select, the bigger discount you're going to get. And you need to remember that this website that you're going to build is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's going to take some time for you to understand how to build it up in the best possible way. But I've noticed in my own journey that once you do build up websites like this, that's when the momentum is going to build up over time in a big way. But again, it's completely up to you in terms of the period that you go with when it comes to building whatever website you're trying to build. So for now, I'm just going to leave it on 48 months and I'm going to click on Continue. It's then going to take you to the AI website builder. And I want to walk you through some of the things that I haven't shown you in previous videos that I've made when it comes to this side hustle of selling digital spreadsheets. So you're going to have to select a brand name. As an example, I'm just going to call it Spreadsheet Experts. And for the description, I'm just going to type in something like, make a website that I plan to use to sell spreadsheets targeted towards business owners and people looking to track their income and expenses. You can be as vague as this, you can be as descriptive as you want. I'm trying to keep this video simple and straight to the point. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm just going to click on create a website. And just like that, no word of a lie, literally within 30 seconds, even less than that, it was able to come back with this fully built website that I'm going to be able to use straight away if I want to. Now, of course, I'm going to have to go through it, make sure that I'm happy with it, update all of these different placeholders. But just like that, I've now got a place that I'm going to be able to list my spreadsheets on for me to be able to start earning money. You're going to be able to check it out on mobile phone. This is what the preview is going to look like. This is what the customers are going to see when they land on my website. I'm going to be able to go to all of these different pages and see exactly what the product pages are going to look like as well. But you do need to remember that all of the pages that it was able to make for you are simply placeholders. So you need to go in there, update things. And the main thing that I want to show you how to update in this particular video is going to be the product image. And not just the product image, just the things that you need to do when it comes to updating the product page with the spreadsheet that you just made. So what you're going to do is just come over here to the left-hand side. You're then going to click on Manage Store. It's then going to be over here where you're going to be able to now list your first product for sale. So I'm just going to click on Add Product. Bear in mind that we are going to list the spreadsheet that you saw me make earlier using AI. So I've just clicked on Add Product. What I'm going to do next is come over here to Digital Product. And as you can see, you've got the option of either uploading an image and then filling out all of this information yourself. Or what you can do is use AI when it comes to automatically filling out all of this information depending on the image that you use. Now, the way that I like to make my images when it comes to stores just like this is that I like to go over to Canva and do a mockup. And if you're new to that word, it might seem confusing, but stick with me because it's going to make sense. So I'm just going to type in mockup over here. And bear in mind, I've logged into Canva and I've clicked on apps. I'm going to type in mockup, and the one that I'm going to select is going to be this one. It should then take you to a page that looks like this. Now I'm just going to make a product listing image for the spreadsheet, and I'm going to be using a website that I came across earlier that is making a decent amount of money selling spreadsheets. There's this store that I came across that's bringing in over $71,000. And if I just click into their top performing product, this is one of their best selling products. And the way that they've done it is they've got the preview of the spreadsheet in the MacBook or iMac in this image. So I'm going to do something similar right now using Canva. So what I'm going to do is just come back onto it just like this. I'm then going to look for a suitable image that I want to use. So let's scroll through all of these different computers over here. The one that I'm thinking about using is going to be this one. So I'm just going to click into it just like this. Okay, so that seems quite decent. Bear in mind that all of this is just an example to illustrate how all of this stuff works for the 10th time that I've said in this video. But what I'm going to do now is just drag the image that we took from the spreadsheet earlier. So I'm just going to drag it in there just like this. And there you go. It now looks like the spreadsheet is actually on the iMac. So that's the way that mockups work. You can get an image and, you know, drag your own image so that it puts it in the right place. And what you may want to do in addition to this is add some text to it. So I'm just going to come over here to the text elements. I'm just going to put simple text just like this. I'm going to do it so that it has a background. Let's click on background just like this. I want the background to be green, so I'm going to select that one. And what I'm then going to do is just make the size a bit smaller. And yeah, this is basically what I'm going to do for now. Of course, if I was, you know, doing this a lot more serious, I would spend a lot more time to make it look a bit better. But I'm just trying to show you the key things that you need to know. So I'm just going to save this to my laptop. I'm going to click on download. Then what I'm going to do is just come back over to Hostinger. I'm going to put the image in there just like that. And as you can see, Hostinger has now been able to, you know, do the title for me, the subtitle, as well as the description of the product as well, all because of the image that I uploaded. Now, of course, you're going to need to come up with the price. You know, if you want to sell it for around $29, you can do that. If you want to upload the actual spreadsheet, you just do that over here. But for the most part, I would say that those are some of the key things that you need to know. As you can see, the spreadsheet is now available on the website. Now, of course, in this video, I just gave you a general overview of what I do myself when it comes to building websites just like this. There's going to be a lot more things that goes into the process, e.g. driving traffic to the actual site. You know, there's different ways that you can do it. You can rank this website on Google and get organic traffic. This is an untapped way of being able to start a side hustle. So I've noticed that the competition isn't really there. What you can also do is use tools like InVideo AI when it comes to making short form videos that you're now going to publish on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook for you to be able to build up organic traffic going directly onto your site. But if you wanted me to make a detailed video as to what I do myself when it comes to building up traffic, building up awareness, and getting real life people onto websites just like this, then put in the comments down below, do the spreadsheet traffic video, and I'll get onto it ASAP. But in the meantime, if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where I show you guys one of the side hustles that I'm currently doing when it comes to making money using DeepSeek, I'm going to leave that video right there. Be sure to watch that straight after this because that video has already helped out so many people. I've gotten so much good feedback from it, and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. But other than that, guys, I'll catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.